Have you ever pondered how a smaller army could defeat a force many times its size? Welcome to the enigma of the Battle of Dupplin Moor. Our story begins amidst the turbulent times of the Second War of Scottish Independence. Rewind a few years to the year 1328, when the Treaty of Northampton brought an uneasy peace to the land. This treaty recognised Robert Bruce as King of Scots, putting a temporary halt to the bloodshed of the First War of Scottish Independence. However, not all was well in the Kingdom of Scotland. Dissent began to simmer among the nobles, a group of proud men who balked at the idea of swearing fealty to Bruce. These were men of ambition and pride, men who saw an opportunity in the unrest. Enter Edward Balliol, a man with a claim to the Scottish throne and an insatiable hunger for power. These rebellious nobles found in him a kindred spirit, a leader under whose banner they could unite. Together they began to plot, their eyes set on the Scottish throne. In 1331, a year after the Treaty of Northampton, the plot began to take shape. Balliol found an ally in Henry Beaumont, a seasoned commander with a keen mind for strategy. Their plan was audacious, to say the least, an invasion of Scotland, and they had the tacit support of a powerful ally across the border, Edward III of England. As the year drew to a close, the stage was set. The Scottish nobles, now allied with Balliol and Beaumont, began their march towards destiny. Their target was the city of Perth, a strategic gem in the heart of Scotland. Yet, as with all great tales, their journey would not go uncontested. Awaiting them was a formidable force, the loyal supporters of King David II of Scotland, ready to defend their land to the last man. And so, with the stage set for conflict, the armies descended upon Dupplin Moor. On the 11th of August 1332, a day etched into the annals of history, the Battle of Dupplin Moor raged. The English force, though dwarfed by the Scottish army, executed a daring night crossing of the River Erne. With the cover of darkness as their ally, they silently slipped across the river, positioning themselves strategically on the higher ground. This was not a decision made lightly, but a calculated move by the English commanders Edward Balliol and Henry Beaumont. Their understanding of the terrain and the advantages it offered was a cornerstone of their strategy. The Scottish force, led by Donald, Earl of Mar, woke to find themselves staring up at a fortified English position. In spite of their superior numbers, believed to be anywhere between 15,000 and 40,000 men, the Scots found themselves at a severe disadvantage. They rushed to attack, their battle cries echoing through the valley, but the English line remained unbroken. The Scots, like a wave crashing against an immovable cliff, were halted in their tracks. The English longbowmen, positioned on the high ground, unleashed a deadly rain of arrows. The Scots, trapped in the valley, were sitting ducks. Many fell not to the arrows, but to the chaos of the battlefield, suffocating under the crush of their comrades or trampled underfoot in the frantic melee. The English, though vastly outnumbered, had turned the tables, using the lay of the land and the Scots' own momentum against them. In the end, the Scottish line broke. The English, seizing the opportunity, pursued them until the veil of nightfall put an end to the day's carnage. The Battle of Dupplin Moor, a clash of armies, a testament to strategic brilliance, had seen the English force emerge victorious against odds that would have seemed insurmountable to most. In a stunning display of tactical mastery, the English emerged victorious against overwhelming odds. In the aftermath of the battle, the balance of power in Scotland was dramatically altered. The Scottish stronghold of Perth, once a fortress of resistance, fell to the English-backed invaders. This victory paved the way for a significant political shift. Edward Balliol, a man whose claim to the Scottish throne had previously been disregarded, found himself crowned King of Scots. His reign, however, was as tumultuous as the battle that had preceded it. Balliol, despite his newfound title, struggled to consolidate his control over Scotland. His rule was characterized by a series of revolts and uprisings, evidence of the deep-seated loyalty to David II among the Scottish people. Balliol's reign, although marked by strife, was a period of extensive political manoeuvring and negotiation. It was a time when alliances were tested, loyalties were questioned, and the tenacity of the Scottish people was put to the ultimate test. Yet as the year 1332 came to a close, Balliol's hold on the throne began to wane. Those who remained steadfast in their allegiance to David II seized the opportunity to turn the tide. Balliol, who had once stood victorious on the fields of Dupplin Moor, found himself deposed. His reign, although brief, had been a period of profound change for Scotland, setting the stage for further conflict and rebellion. The Battle of Dupplin Moor, therefore, was more than just a military confrontation. It was a turning point in Scottish history. It highlighted the volatility of power dynamics, the precariousness of political alliances, and the resilience of a people determined to defend their sovereignty. The aftermath of the battle saw the rise and fall of a king, the shifting loyalties of nobles, and the unwavering spirit of a nation. The Battle of Dupplin Moor, a testament to the unpredictable nature of war, left an indelible mark on Scottish history. In the span of just one day, the Battle of Dupplin Moor altered the course of Scottish history. We journeyed together through the intricate lead-up to this pivotal encounter, where Scottish nobles resisting the rule of King David II rallied behind Edward Balliol, with England's tacit support. We delved into the battle itself, a David versus Goliath confrontation where the smaller English force, through clever strategy and the power of the longbow, bested the larger Scottish army. The Scots, trapped in a valley, fell victim to suffocation and trampling, their numbers dwindling until they broke and fled. In the aftermath, Perth fell and Balliol ascended the throne, albeit briefly. His reign was short-lived as he lost control of most of Scotland by the end of that same year. Yet his temporary victory set the stage for the Second War of Scottish Independence, a conflict that would continue to shape Scotland's future. Dupplin Moor, a name etched in history, serves as a stark reminder of the power of strategy and the ever-changing tides of war.